Hi, it's Lily Amanda for Portrait Creatives. In this video, we are going to talk about how to dye gray hair. I want to do this tutorial because I got a lot of requests from my own clients. I photograph a lot of women over 40, 50, and 60s, and some of them do not like to show the gray hair. I know there's a trend right now. A lot of people start to gray their gray hair, but there's still some people, they just love their red hair. They love their blonde hair. So they asked me to remove their gray hair. I'm going to show you how you can achieve that in Photoshop. And let's get into Photoshop. This image I downloaded from Pexels, and they have a lot of great images. If you want to practice your retouching, go ahead, check it out, pexels.com. I downloaded this beautiful lady's portrait, and you can see before and after. So she has some highlights of her hair, which is a bit grayish. If you zoom in, you can see the gray hair coming out. What I'm going to do is actually just darken her hair first and color it brown, like her rest brown color. I'm just gonna delete all these layers, and I'm gonna show you how you can achieve that. First thing is I'm going to darken the gray hair. Gray hair, typically, they are first brighter, and second, they have more of bluish color, which is colder. And she has brown hair, majority of area, which is warm tone. And we're going to balance that by reduce the blue tone and also reduce the brightness. First thing I want to do is just use my lasso tool. Just select one of the area so I can see what it looks like. And I'm going to add a curve adjustment layer. So what I selected will be on the layer mask. And I'm going to use this tool with the hand and drag it down. Just see, yeah, that's about right over here. You can see before and after. I'm going to brush tool, B, and then paint over these areas with 100% opacity and 100% flow and with white brush. So I'm just gonna paint over here quickly. You can also use other selection tool, but I just prefer to use brush so I can see the area and see if it's realistic or not. So here it needs a little bit more work because these are much brighter. Also over here. And I'm going to use feather just to blend it a little bit more. No harsh edges. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to reduce the blue tone. I'm just gonna use this hand tool and then bring it down. Like that. Her hair has a little bit red tone in it. You can see brownish, reddish. So I'm going to add some red tone. And the same with this tool selected. And I'm going to just click here and drag it up a little bit. So you can see there's more red tone added. That's just too much. So coming down about here. So you can see before and after. So that's significantly darkened and changed her hair color. I also see this little detail here is like over bright than other area. I'm just gonna add a new layer, and I'm going to use a brush tool, B, and sample. I hold on Option key to sample this brown area color. Maybe here or maybe here. And I'm just going to brush over this area because I think that was just too bright. Okay, like that. Something like this. I'm not doing very careful, you can see. And then I'm going to show you the effect. I'm going to use Gaussian blur to blur this area. Blur, Gaussian blur. Okay, a little bit more perhaps. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to hit OK. And then going to choose color. Okay, so that's before and after. So I've taken out the blue tone, and here looks a bit bluish, so I'm going to use the same brush and same color, just paint over here to make it look, oh, that's too much. So if that's too much, I can lower my opacity, my brush opacity to 20%. So I'm painting over, so that looks more subtle. Okay, so over here as well, a little bit. So that's before and after. So I change more of universal brown tone, and that's before and that's after. If you want to increase the strength of this effect, you can always duplicate the curve adjustment layer. Just Command J, and it will just double the effect. You can see before and after, really just reduce the highlight and the gray hair a lot. You can see before and after. So this is just the tutorial today. If you find value out of this video, please give it a thumbs up, and we will be creating more helpful tutorials. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next video.